today on 15 on 15.
A memorandum of understanding might be in the works between the government of Aruba and Citgo Petroleum Company. Also, we will take you in the 30th anniversary celebration of the Kibrahacha Foundation. And one of the most iconic buildings on the island is getting a restoration.
Hi and welcome to this edition of 15 on 15. I am Ichelle Simon, sitting in for Daniela Piazzi. We start off today with a progression on the possibility of reopening the refinery on Aruba. It is so that a memorandum of understanding could be in the works between the government of Aruba and the oil company Citgo. Some members of the Parliament of Aruba are studying this case to see all the angles as to how Citgo can operate this refinery in green terms and for an extended period of time.
The Parliament of Aruba recently asked Valero to put the dismantling of the refinery on hold until December of this year. This will give this entity a chance to explore more in depth if there are more companies interested in using the refinery in Aruba. The Citgo Petroleum Corporation, who is a subsidiary company of PDVSA from Venezuela, has shown interest, and that creates a new scenario for the refinery. The benefit for sure is that the crude oil will be brought over from the neighboring country Venezuela to finish processing in Aruba and continue its way to Citgo in the United States. Some conditions should be met in order for the refinery to work, and that is long-time working relationship. That means that it shouldn't disturb other developments that are going on in the San Nicolas area. And since Aruba is gearing towards a more sustainable island, the refinery should work in a more greener environment, looking at the Bahia Principe project, who also wants to establish a big hotel in the area of San Nicolas. The government sees this opportunity as a positive sign and hopes that they can help in the decision-making.
And continuing on the topic of parking meters, starting Monday, the parking meters at the Arubus lot and located in Oranjestad, close to the tram station, will start operating. So, drivers be aware that since Monday, either you have to pay 2 florins an hour to park your vehicle in the white marked spaces or park in the designated lots that are marked in yellow. Officers of Aru Parking will be present to guide anyone who needs help with the operation of the Aru Parking meters. For those who work at the Royal Plaza and vicinity, Aru Parking informs that there are no more spaces available at the Arubus lot. They are working in opening another lot in front of the new Dimas department. The cost to park there will be 45 florins a month, since the lot is not paved. And recently, Prime Minister Mike Ayman and Minister Mike de Mesa visited the premises of the new wharf that is being built in the area of Barcadera to see the progress that the building company is making.
The moving of the cargo wharf from Oranjestad to Barcadera will achieve more economic opportunities. Now that the new crane is being installed at the site, the demand for more work and the offering of other services have started to come in. Yesterday, Prime Minister Mike Ayman and Minister Mike de Mesa visited the wharf in Barcadera to see how the transition is going and what additional services can be offered now that a big crane is in place and much more space has been added to work on. The government is very satisfied with the progress being made at the new wharf at Barcadera, where the company which will operate the wharf is preparing to offer more and better services to the community.
The community of Aruba has to be prepared for any sudden event that might occur, especially during the hurricane season. It is a fact that almost everything on the island is imported. That makes the island a bit vulnerable.
Since 2011, the Department of Agriculture Santa Rosa started a campaign to offer more agricultures on the island funds and education to help them in their daily needs. It is seen that worldwide, more and more people are seeking new ways to do agriculture, and this trend is becoming more common by the day. Aruba cannot stay behind since the majority of the products the community uses daily is imported. That is why Santa Rosa is striving every day to change that mentality and guiding the young generation that wants to learn more of the newer techniques of doing agriculture. This department believes that this platform will help the economy grow and get more people to eat healthier and organic foods grown at home.
It has been 14 years since the attack on the World Trade Center in New York City. At Ground Zero today, where most of the victims died, bagpipers and drummers provided solemn tunes to accompany the families present at the site to commemorate the 2,753 people who lost their lives. In Pennsylvania, crowds gathered at the crash site for a moment of silence for those passengers and crew of United Airlines 93 who died. And in Washington, at sunrise, a flag was unfurled over the site at the Pentagon, where 184 people were killed when American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the building. A total of 2,977 people died in the deadliest terrorist attack in America. A day that for sure will not be forgotten. Well, stay tuned. In the next segment, get to know Simon. At 82, he is still loyal to his job. We'll be right back.
Meet Simon, a hard-working laborer with only one thing in mind: keep Aruba clean and beautiful.
We start off this lifestyle segment with a big celebration. The Quibrahacha Foundation celebrated its 30th year of existence and organized a big bash at the ballroom of the Hilton Hotel.
The ballroom at the Hilton Aruba was filled with faces of joy. Young and old took the dance floor by storm to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Quibrahacha Foundation. As part of the celebration, everybody was invited to the dance floor to make some moves as their routinely exercise. Dancing is how this foundation is keeping the older generation active. The foundation keeps on growing every year, and the board is happy that all their goals are met. Quibrahacha is planning to invest more in the future in some projects that are pending, like teaching the older generation how to use technology to communicate to a loved one, either through social media or smartphones.
It looks like everybody had a blast. Well, we at ATV would like to wish the board and the members of the Quibrahacha Foundation all the best for the future. Congratulations. Well, now let's switch gears to one special person that shares an example to most of the community of Aruba. Simon Trump. Since he was 7 years old, he lost his parents and never had the chance to continue his education. Now that he is 82, Simon dedicates most of his time doing his job at the Department of Public Works. Here's his story.
Simon Trump has an important job on the island of Aruba. Every day, he goes out with his crew to beautify the streets of the island. According to him, the island doesn't look as clean as it looks, but his job is to try to make it more pleasant to the eye from all angles. He noted that some places around the hotel areas still need a lot of work, since a lot of trash is being deposited in places where the eye cannot see. For him, it is important that everyone cooperates to keep the island looking clean and beautiful. Keep the trash in the trash can and not on the streets. It is not an easy job, Simon says, since he receives feedback from the whole community every day and he has a watchful eye for those who want to do destruction. He is so grateful to the community of Aruba and his co-workers for allowing him to still work at the age of 82.
Simon says, be a friend to the island and keep it beautiful and clean, not only for the visitors, but for the locals as well. What a great advice, Simon. Well, we at ATV wish you all the best. Let's take a quick break. This is what's coming up next.
Prepare for the extreme vortex. Coney Island is coming to town.
Welcome back from the break. The vortex is back. After being a hiatus for a couple of years, Coney Island is back on Aruba. Preparations are going on the fields located at Wonderland to open a bigger and better entertainment venue for the public with newer rides and games.
The crew is working hard during this whole week to prepare the fields at Wonderland to accommodate all the equipment needed to operate Coney Island on Aruba. It is a fact that Coney Island did not visit the island for a couple of years, especially during the summer school vacation. There seems to be a big gap in entertainment for kids on the island during the vacation period, and Coney Island will certainly fill that gap. Once the work is complete on the field, the crew will start to install the new rides, games, and especially the Vortex, which is a popular ride amongst the kids.
As far as we know, Coney Island is expected to open its doors on the 24th of September, which coincides with the fall school vacation of the beginning of October. well, one more attraction for the kids to enjoy. And on to another topic, the Bureau, who is in charge of the restoration of the monuments on this island, finally sealed a deal recently to restore one of the most iconic monuments of Aruba, the lighthouse located near Arashi Beach on the northwest tip of the island.
Since 1915, only stones were used to construct the lighthouse, but it wasn't until the 1930s that a layer of plaster was put to hold the structure. So in that period, the color of the structure was the same color of the plaster. There was almost no maintenance for years, but in 2004, it was repainted and repaired. Looking that the lighthouse is a big tourist attraction, the government of Aruba decided at the beginning of the year to trespass the property to the Monument Bureau, and it wasn't until recently that the Bureau acquired the necessary funds to start the restoration of the lighthouse. Now, since yesterday, the Monument Bureau signed all the paperwork with the company Eco Aruba Line Development for the whole restoration work for a total of more than 1 million florins. The company has around 170 days to complete the restoration before it opens to the public one more time.
Well, that's it for tonight on 15 on 15. We'll see you back on Monday for more local news and trending lifestyle topics right here on ATV Channel 15. Bye-bye for now.